What's up, I Like Scary? We are back. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So, you guys, today we're going to talk about some updates with Black Phone, with the Black Phone, you guys. Done by Blumhouse, Jason Blum, man. I love the Black Phone. But before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. So, you all know that CinemaCon happened a few weeks ago. And Jason Blum stated something that was very interesting, saying that franchises are started by original movies, like Megan and Black Phone. Blumhouse's Jason Blum said at today's Universal presentation at CinemaCon in Vegas. The famed producer then told punters that they can expect sequels to both of those hit films. So, first off, I want to say that yes, the moment I seen Megan, I knew there was going to be a franchise. They kind of showed different variants of the dolls and everything, but we're not here to talk about Megan. I want to kind of talk about the Black Phone, starring Ethan Hawke. We all loved Black Phone. It got a great reaction out of fans, and I was one of those, humans that loved Black Phone. Now, with this film, it's pretty much surrounding this guy that is abducting kids. Is going by the Grabber. And, got a pair of siblings, Fanny and Gwen, and their brother and sister. And Fanny gets abducted by the Grabber and stuff like that. You guys seen the Black Phone. But I want to say this. Now, I've seen a lot of people like, okay, how would they do a sequel to the Black Phone? Now, I know for a fact that it can work both ways possibly, but it will just take away volume from Ethan Hawke. And let me tell you guys. First off, I want to start off by saying that the prequel will definitely work due to when we watch this film, the Grabber has obviously been doing this for a while, man. We've seen a lot of, like newspapers and, of kids missing. He's definitely been on the road abducting kids and everything. And you can just tell he was comfortable in his skin. Just putting people in the black van and everything. He was just starting to do it kind of like bluntly at some point, and like I said, the Grabber was actually scary. It's different films out there that puts fear in your heart, and the Black Phone definitely was one of those films doing to just leaving the theater and chopping it up with the wife in the car like, damn, we're passing houses and everything, and I'm like, what if it was a Fanny in that basement or something like that. And I was just thinking like that movie was deep. And I loved what Jason Blum said at CinemaCon, saying that this is how, franchises start. And that's very true because, we've just got out of the Halloween trilogy along with Scream 6 and everything. Now, those are original slashers. Now, we need to get something new, a breath of fresh air, because that's how Michael and Ghostface and Jason were made. They had to start somewhere, right? So, I think a prequel will definitely fit, like, a prequel that's actually a sequel to the Black Phone, if that makes sense. But, kind of telling the backstory of Ethan Hawke's characters. We obviously seen that he had a brother. He had a brother that he ended up taking out because his brother was kind of catching on to him and everything. But I would like to see how long has he been doing this. All those missings and everything, posted in schools, on gates and everything. I just want to see, what happened before. Some movies, you don't need a prequel. You don't need a prequel because, the story is explained right then and there. But I think the Grabber, he definitely needs to have his story told, because he's not no Michael. He doesn't have any mythology. He's a human. He's just a disturbed guy, obviously, that's tweaking out. I definitely would like to see his backstory and what made him click and what made him go about the stuff he did. Now, with the prequel, I definitely think it could work. You can just kind of introduce new characters because we no longer have Gwen and Fanny. And it can also be like The Orphan. You know how The Orphan First Kid was kind of like the prequel to Esther's story, and it kind of showed you how she, got introduced to the next family and the house was burning and stuff like that. I think you can do that leading up, but then after that, it's going to kind of be eventually, like you're talking, Jason Blum is talking about a franchise. He's talking about a franchise, so you can't just have a franchise with two films, you know what I'm saying? But something else I want to kind of touch on is if they did a cemented, just like straight up sequel, no prequel, we know that Fanny definitely took Ethan Hawke's ass out, man. He put the Black Phone up to him. He's like, hey, someone wants to talk to you. And he snaps the neck. I'm like, wow. He's done for it. So if they did a sequel I'm pretty sure Ethan Hawke is not no Art the Clown or, you know, Michael Myers. He's not supernatural. Of course, he's just like a human. Actually, he's just disturbed. But what I was thinking is, okay, when you look at the Grabber, you kind of put him in that category with like Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I'm saying? He was like disturbed. He was more like one of those type guys. I'm just kind of say more of Jeffrey Dahmer. And it was like, think about it like this. If people are obsessed with those type guys like Jeffrey Dahmer and all of this crazy nonsense, when you sit there and think about it, what if they went the copycat route? Like, kind of, he's become something notorious. Like, he's become something notorious, the Grabber. Obviously, he's already notorious where they were at. He has the missing, everyone knows his name, are talking about him, the authorities knew about him. So what if someone came about, you know, got that mask, that iconic mask, you know, with the horns and the different emotional faces, and kind of kept his story going and started abducting people again, but this time there was someone that was obsessed with the Grabber story. Maybe we could look like a little scene with they're in the basement and they have like pictures of the articles when he did things. I can see that, and a lot of people are saying I can't see, you know, a complete sequel without it being a prequel. You know, I can't see the Black Phone continuing without Ethan Hawke. Which, I mean, if you wanted to, I don't know. I'm just thinking, you guys. Yes, Ethan Hawke was great. Maybe you can show Ethan Hawke playing roles in this person's mind who's obsessed with the Grabber. Maybe Ethan Hawke pops in and out, similar to Melissa Barrera having Skeet Ulrich in her brain in like Scream 5 and Scream 6. You know what I'm saying? Just off of the fact you don't want to take away actually Ethan Hawke's character. Now, that is my least. That's the one I would just say if they wanted to do something kind of batshit crazy, kind of make someone a copycat to continue the legacy of the Grabber. But I really do think in my heart, you guys, that it's going to be a prequel. But I know, like I said, once again, it kind of doesn't make sense because Jason Blum said these two films, Megan and The Black Phone, will be franchises. You can't just have a franchise with two films. So I can't wait to see what happens. They saying it's in the works and everything, so I can't wait. Like I said, I'm a big fan of The Black Phone. And I can't wait to see what happens with Ethan Hawke and how they decide to continue this story or just give us a prequel. So comment down below if you guys know any possibilities on how The Black Phone can get a sequel. But don't forget to hit me up on my social medias at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY _ on TikTok, and Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter. And yeah, you guys, right there where to subscribe next to it, could join and become a member of the channel. And yeah, I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace. Until next time, guys.